Hi everybody, welcome to my journal. Today is August 5th, 2018. My name is Mike Zornick, and so today I want to talk a little bit about Hearthstone. So Hearthstone is a game that came out from Blizzard. It is a card game similar to Magic the Gathering or the Pokemon card game, where you collect cards and you play against each other in a game, which I'm not going to go over the rules. Suffice to say that for me, Hearthstone was my first introduction to kind of like the card game genre. I never really played before, and I didn't really play it during beta, but when it came out, I gave it a shot, and because I liked the game, and I also enjoyed the Warcraft lore and the characters and the music. It's got a lot of fit and finish to it. I really enjoyed it. So I played a lot. And I had a good time with it. So the reason I'm talking to you now about it is because we're kind of on the precipice of a new expansion release. And it kind of brought to attention like my decision of like, well, do I want to continue to play it? Because unlike other games where, like, you buy a game for the Switch or something, you pay $60 and you kind of own the game. This is a card game, and it's a digital card game, and so the way you play it is you buy packs of cards. And the problem has been that, to play Hearthstone, you have to buy like a lot of cards. Now, like in the early days, you would get a certain number of cards through leveling each character. You'd get like the basic cards, and then you would open classic packs to kind of finish the set. And then they start to release expansions. And in the early days, there were two flavors to the expansions. The first one was like an expansion that added a whole lot of cards and was sold in the traditional way in which like you would buy packs of cards. And then they had adventures. And adventures were a fixed price, so it was like $20, and it wouldn't be a lot of cards. It would be kind of a smaller set, like 35 or so, enough to shake up the meta, but not enough where, it wasn't where you had to buy a pack of cards. So when you bought an adventure, you basically get access to this like mini game, and through the mini game you kind of unlock all the cards of the adventure. And they would, in the beginning, they would A, B these. So you had an expansion, then you had an adventure, and you had an expansion, then an adventure. And recently, probably 6-9 months ago at this point, Blizzard, said that they were not going to do adventures anymore. They were just going to do expansions. And it really didn't affect me at the time. But, if you look at the release calendar, we're like, I don't know, 4 or 5 expansions in now. And there's just this kind of like fatigue of buying cards. Hearthstone always had this kind of smell to it where it was like you kind of had to pay to win, because you had these decks that were so prominent in the metagame, and it's like, well, if you didn't have the cards that were part of those decks, you were going to be in trouble. And so people were encouraged to buy lots of cards and buy lots of packs because, of course, cards themselves are not just flat cards. There are different levels. There are common cards, trying to think of the names. Legendary is the top one. And you got epic, and then you've got blue, which I guess they just call something. I forget what they call blue cards off the top of my head. But anyway, the point being that even the higher the quality of the card, the less chance you were to get it in your deck. And so it wasn't even like if you buy 50 packs with 5 cards each, you'd finish your set. A lot of people would do math where, if you actually wanted every card that was in an expansion, like you'd have to pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars in cards, which is crazy. And so I don't know. I've been an on and off player of Hearthstone. It's not like something I play every day, but there's periods where like I'll play it for a while and then I'll kind of put it away. but I usually try to give it a second win whenever an expansion comes out. But this time, I don't know. I'm a little sold out. So I think I'm going to be putting Hearthstone away for a while, which is a shame because I like the game. I like the game. I wish there was a way. I wish Blizzard weren't as, greedy with it. So there are other ways to earn cards. You can, of course, complete daily quests to earn gold and use that gold to purchase cards. And I, of course, have earned lots of gold and used that to purchase lots of cards throughout my career. But that can't, for that to be your primary way is really, really difficult. Like, there are some people, like I remember Trump, who is a popular YouTuber who plays Hearthstone and StarCraft back in the day. And he would have like a free-to-play account where he would only do that. And, he almost got to Legendary, or maybe he did get Legendary. But it was, it was very difficult. And he was very particular with the cards he bought and the cards he would build, basically, because you can disenchant cards and create dust and use that dust to create other cards and so forth and so on. But, yeah, it's a shame because it's kind of like, I don't know. I'm really sad. Ways that Blizzard could fix this. One would be to kind of pull back on the expansions as much. And I know that's tough on the people who play it every day because for them, they get bored and they want to see the game shake up. But for the casual, it's a little frustrating. Maybe go back to the AB system with the adventures. Maybe just, they've done periods where they've doubled the gold on quest rewards. And that has allowed people to, buy more cards with just questing. I think they could easily double or triple the gold just flat out on quests to help get people incentive to just play. So Hearthstone's coming out. I wanted to talk a little bit about it because it's been on my mind, and that's the whole point of this whole journal thing. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If you yourself play Hearthstone and have any thoughts on this, I'd love to hear it. Other than that, thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.